All right, so I've constructed this model of the Earth here, and you see the ice ring and everything, and the whole nine. I'm gonna build a stand to it and make it light up and all that stuff. It's gonna be really cool. And then I had to come up with the graffiti. I wanted everything to be exaggerated so it's fun, because all the flat Earth models are very boring and flat, and they're just very boring. So I had to do one with the grim, nasty chime. And then here's like a Tafiti character that was just a little too big. So I had to make her a little smaller. So the one in the middle, the black one there next to it, is the same material, but it's just not small enough. It's not noticeable enough. So I made one in between that is explosive enough. You can see like the breast in there. There's details in there that looks something like this. That's pretty much what it looks like, but super tiny, but done with a pinpoint. All right, so this is why nobody has anything to worry about in here. It's because this being is like literally staring into this thing, and this is like one out of 9 other wombs that are inside of this entity. That her kid is thrown into this place as, like a containment that he can't get out of. And from my understanding is the rest of them don't have a foundation or ground, so he can get out. But this one he can't get out of it. And when you finally start realizing, it's kind of like being Barbara and Adam Maitland on Beetlejuice. So this would be like Juno, your caseworker, and then this would be the containment. So Beetlejuice used to be outside here, real big, just like her. So when he did wrong, she had to throw him in there. Now he's in a tribulation class. If you look at it, it looks like kung fu class to me. He's being tested and trialed and all this stuff. But in the end, he's only learning from his mistakes. So it doesn't seem like much more than a class to me. But anyway, this is going to be quite astounding. I hope that everybody stays tuned for the end result. And whenever you work with her, you're kind of like those Maitlands. So now you're outside of here looking into this model that she made, and Beetlejuice is down in there causing trouble. See what I'm saying? That's all this is. So all these people that are following him blindly, and they don't realize that it's this situation outside of it. And I mean, you imagine this is like one womb out of like 9 others in a hierarchy inside of a womb of a being sitting in a void that they are actually of themselves. Like, can you imagine? That's like extremely elaborate and massive operating type conduit. So with that being said, the things that are happening in here are like little ants saying, oh, we'll do this and that. But she's like, no, you're not. And I'm just like, yep, that's right. That's some laughable shit, ants, fellow ants amongst us, because it's just some laughable bullshit. It's really just. So what I do is I go out of my way to isolate myself from people that are questionable. Like people that are questionable, I just say, no, I'm not going to deal with you. Because there's been several times that she's had to like do things to them. And I put myself in a position now where I'm not going out of my way for that type of reaction to happen. Because she's, 4 different times I've seen things like people that had 30 days to move out get kicked out in the street in a week from some tiny little clause because they robbed me for like $1,000. It was fucking crazy. And then there was a shield that gave me 1,000, and the son, I gave a list of the names to the son, and the son gave me 1 diamond for that particular person, and then they give me $1,000, and they're like, why don't you come over here to this commune? And I'm like, no, we're heading north. Like, why you want to go to this commune? Well, no, let's just go over here. And they thought that the 1,000 was going to control me, like it was going to influence me. So then they had to go. So it was just like all of this different stuff. Like this person, the person before ended up homeless after a week, and she comes in. It's like, oh, they stole from you. Don't even worry, I'll take care of them. And it's just like, oh, okay. And I was thinking to myself, and I'm still pissed about this, but this guy in a week has sheriffs and shit showing him to his house talking about you gotta get out now and all this shit. And it was fucking unbelievable. I'm like, that goes against everything that's like normal and real. So then the stamp people, the stuff bursts into flame, and it goes on and on. So I go out of my way now at this point to not go out of my way to hang out with these people, because it's really not a good thing. If I know that that's going to happen, then I'm not gonna say, hey, let's just be friends because I know you're fucked up. You're just gonna end up on your face anyways. It's like, nah, I don't think that's nice for me on my end. It's great to be protected, but it's not okay to abuse that kind of protection, especially with people who are questionable. But in the end, this is what it is. And I'm telling you, I looked up and I was just like,